Sundays and Wednesdays. Yeah. 8 o'clock on YouTube and Facebook and Twitter. It's the crew and you. Let's go.
You can't get any better.
Best thing about it, the way he did it the right way.
With the crew and you, to the crew and you.
Do y'all have anything to say about
What up, baby? Welcome to the crew and you. Congratulations to my dog, Chuck Little John, the OG.
Y'all didn't notice I've been changing hats all night, have you?
No.
You've been doing that. And so look, let me tell you, those dudes were the first one that I ever seen with the full tracksuit and no drawers. You know what I'm saying?
Understand that you can be at the bottom, you can be anything you want to be, and when that happens, you can be a champion like me.
Can you imagine 100 people just all yelling?
With the crew and you, to the crew and you. With the crew and you, to the crew and you.
What up, baby? Welcome to the crew and you. I'm your boy G. To my right-hand side, we got Decatur's #1 fan, Corey Davis. And underneath us both, we got the disappointed Commanders fan, Chuck Littlejohn. Fellas, how y'all doing today, baby? It was wonderful.
How you know that man disappointed? How you know that man disappointed? He made, that man seen some things that we didn't see.
I don't know. That's what his name said. His name said
My name said.
Oh, he did say, you are disappointed. Okay. I need to put that one on there too, man. I should put Decatur's most robbed.
Yeah, no. We will get into that. You know, we was at home watching the games, man. Tough, dog. Tough. But, some people don't have a home, but they're probably looking for a home.
That's a nice little segment there, with that being said, if you're out there looking to buy a home, if you're looking to refinance, if you're looking for the right program to do so, check out our guy, Mr. Alvin Jamison. He's the best guy for me. He's the best guy for our family. He's the best guy for you. When you're doing that, he's the mortgage guy. He's the guy that can serve you if you want to reach out to him, 404-587-9033. Or you can also hit him on his website at alvinjamison.com or at info@alvinjamison.com. He's one of the best guys serving for loans in this city that I know of. So, hey, if you got a minute, if you're looking for it, if you're looking to do that, if you're looking to build customer service for life, he's your guy. Once again, Alvin Jamison at 404-587-9033.
Great job. And this our show is brought to you by Alvin Jamison and Supreme Lending. Appreciate him. All right, man. What a weekend. And let's start, man. We got a lot of topics to jump into, man. Draymond Green versus Jordan Poole, Deion Sanders versus Eddie Robinson Jr., who was really not Eddie Robinson Jr. from Grambling.
Right, the real Eddie Robinson.
Yeah, the real Eddie Robinson. And then, of course, man, we got to go over the NFL recap and the college football recap, man. So thank you all for rocking with us, everybody out there on Twitter, everybody on Twitch, YouTube, and Facebook. Make sure you share the stream, tell a friend, bring a friend. We appreciate you all rocking with us, man. This is episode 42, season 3. Hey, let's jump right in, man. Right here. This is where I want to start at. I know everybody's upset right now, but I have to start here first. Golden State, man, they have a problem on their hands, I believe. And I believe what Draymond Green did was not only was a chump move, but I think it will tear a team up. I know they have strong characters on their team. I know they have great leaders on their team, but this is not the first time that Draymond Green has had a problem with a teammate. But this right here seems more personal than basketball related. Y'all give me your thoughts on this whole thing and where should they go from here? Let's go with you, OG.
I don't know. I think that's a coward move to me. I mean, you walk up, you go, Alec, you just finna talk to my man, then you go cold cocking. When you probably outweighing this dude, probably close to 100 pounds, and then you feel like you got to cold cock this little dude. Yeah, that's Golden State got to do something. Like you said, this not the first time that he had this type of situation with a teammate. So it can't be everybody on the team. All indications are that it's Draymond. I go ahead and call him out.
Right.
So they're gonna have to do something to get him on the right path, or like you say, this is gonna be detrimental to your locker room, to your team. And for a team that I was about to say could potentially go and repeat, this might cause a lot of internal problem. I know he's come out and he's apologized, but you never should have been in that situation where you had to apologize.
Did he really apologize?
That's what they say he did. I don't think he did. I think that's just coming out just to try to save face now that it's all done come out and everything. I think that's a safe face move. But like I said, you shouldn't have been in the position where you had to apologize.
Did y'all not listen? Did y'all not listen to his press conference?
I heard it,
Yeah.
and I heard his. It was worse than I thought it was. It looked uglier than I thought it looked, or I thought it was. But I want to know, there was a but I want to know, why did they get leaked? I didn't leak out when I was coaching my teammates up. He's trying to build himself back up now. Like, he's the victim. That's how I felt with the whole thing. But go ahead, Corey.
I had a conversation with my wife, and I think I may see this thing a lot differently than a lot of folks. So first, we'll get to the leak situation also, but fights are common on professional teams, even non-professional teams. I think I've been in situations, playing sports where fights happen all the time. Now, the only reason why this is a situation with us, the masses, social media, is because we saw it. What about the ones that we don't see? And I'll be straight up with you. We know, like, fights happen all the time in football. Fights happen all the time, especially football. They happen a lot in baseball. Hold up, my wife said clean my camera lens. Hope that's better. Not, all right. It happens a lot in professional sports. And I'll give you a perfect example. And I was trying to tell her this. Remember, they were talking about when Michael Jordan had punched Steve Kerr. We didn't know anything about this for decades. But we knew, after we find out Michael Jordan had, gave him a good one. But then at the same time, their relationship got better. It's still, he says not the best, but there was a respect level that Mike earned from Kerr, because Kerr, stayed, he hit some, game-winning shots, what have you. My opinion with this punch here, it was wrong. It was wrong on all levels. However, because my wife was like, if she were Poole, charges need to be brought up on him. He need to be put in jail, put out, Draymond need to be put out team. But like she was saying it was assault. It's only assault because that's how we look at it. The only thing I was saying was we're missing a big picture on the front end. Now, when I listened to Draymond's, his press conference, letting everybody know that he's going to be taking some time off because of how he felt after he watched the video himself. He admitted that it was wrong. He admitted that, he apologized to him, Poole, his family, his kids. He was like, it looks bad when he saw it. He didn't realize his actions were so terrible until he looked at it. Now, I feel two different ways about this. It shouldn't have got leaked, not the TMZ. Whoever was in that practice, because most practices are closed practices. That person, it had already started, it had already festered. That's why somebody picked up that phone and started looking. Because we missed the beginning of it, but that's when people started looking up. Oh, let me break my phone out. Let me start. Is that me? Is that? That ain't
That was
me.
me. That was
Oh,
me.
I was like, I ain't even got that kind of phone. Look, I was saying, oh look, who phone was over here when I wasn't here? You know, no, I was just playing. But we're missing a big chunk of it because people don't start. I told my wife, people don't start filming until they see people getting loud. When they see it, when it start to build, that's when you break out your phone. You know, but obviously somebody was at that practice, and all they took was that 13 seconds. And hey, I need to contact TMZ to get this. Where you going, boy? What you doing?
Go ahead.
All right. So to me, that first, because like I said, we just looked at 13 seconds there was more argument there. So the part that got leaked is what we're judging this whole situation on. I don't like the punch. I ain't gonna lie, I don't like the punch, but I know that fights ensue amongst teams, way, way more often than we know about. Sometimes it make them stronger. Sometimes, hey, I can't play with this dude. The OG just too hard on me. You know what I'm saying? I can't work with this guy. We understand that. There's nothing that we can do at this point. Either person, they're gonna play with each other this year. So I looked at it from that standpoint where we know, like you just said, something has to be done with Draymond. But hey, man, having him take his time out, I respect that part. But there's not a whole lot you can do to bottle his emotions up, to bottle his energy. Because I still feel like he is the transmission for that team. They can shoot all day long, but that transmission has to be there. I'm pretty sure I'm glad he feels. I ain't saying, I know my wife wasn't trying to hit because she don't like Draymond at all. I ain't gonna lie to you. She don't even want to hit if I was his lawyer, listen, if she was the judge, he's guilty. But I just feel like we, as fans, as we're now a part of the social media / news, because we cover it, we're missing some pieces of it. It ain't good. That like I said, that punch wasn't great. It ain't. But I know more situations like that happen in sports. You see what I'm saying? Now, I'm to the part where we finna pick up in a second about the leak. That's the part where whoever leaked it gonna get fired. That's one. They gonna get fired because for that little 10 grand, you finna lose your job. Or whoever brought that person in to film this, because it's supposed to be closed practices. You know what I'm saying? It's supposed to be closed, to the media. Somebody filmed this and contacted TMZ the first day it happened. Then we catch it 2 or 3 days later. All of this wouldn't have happened. Draymond having to address the media, Steve Kerr saying, now look how this changes the nucleus of my team. Like my wife said, if it were her, if she was Jordan Poole, she'd be, bringing up charges on him. You can't do that. You're breaking the rules on the team. You're going against the code. For one, if you bring up charges on me, now you messing up, like OG just said, our chances of going back to the championship. Just think if Kerr would have put charges up on MJ back in the cut. He punched me. So
but we just assuming now that he got cold cocked like Draymond did. We're assuming that it wasn't. It could have been some old love tap type stuff.
Come on, you giving that to MJ a love tap?
We don't know that. So what we've seen with this ain't something. So you say your teammates fight. Kobe and Shaq fought. It wasn't where I'm trying to hurt you. We're trying to show dominance. We're gonna tussle and ain't nobody trying to take nobody's jaw out. Ain't nobody trying to bust nobody's eye socket. This dude went to try to hurt Jordan Poole. This is different. I've been in fights with my teammates. You don't fight your team, your brother. This is your brother. Like, this is what you call your brother in the locker room. You don't try to hurt your brother. That's not real.
I think I'm not. That's what I'm saying. I see it differently. Charles Barkley said Moses Malone had slapped him upside the head so hard.
Slapped.
I'm just saying it was slap back then. I'm just saying he said he slapped him upside the head. So now I ain't gonna lie to you. Hey, slap. That ain't nothing to shine. To sit down on.
But you're not trying to hurt nobody with a slap. You trying to let them know dominance.
Yeah, and I get that. And like I said, I'm not saying he wasn't wrong, but y'all saying, okay, so when he got into it, they get into it all the time. Now, the push is what made Draymond overreact. But did he come to him with the intentions of, I'm finna beat this dude down and cause him bodily harm? That's something I can't agree with that.
He didn't. He didn't. But once he went into space and went face to chin, what's your first thing to do? Let's push him off of you.
Okay.
And that's anywhere. If you're at practice and somebody come up in your face, how many times y'all push each other off each other? That's what you do.
Yeah.
And you may square up. You may even square up. Nobody's throwing no real punches.
Hey man, I ain't gonna lie to you. I done been hit in the head with a rock. I done been hit across the bridge with a 2x4 because of my mouth.
At practice?
Right?
At practice?
No, at school.
I gotta say a 2x4 at practice. You got a problem.
Yeah, this at school. Yeah, this after. I'm telling you, this was after because I ain't gonna lie.
Trying to hurt you though. That dude was trying to hurt you.
Hey man, that dude was trying to kill me. I ain't gonna lie to you.
And this is what I'm saying. In the locker room, that dude is not supposed to be trying to kill you.
You're not. But I'm just saying, I can't go with you on the fact that I think that Draymond was literally trying to cause the dude just bodily harm. I can't agree. I'm just agreeing to the fact that he was wrong, but I just can't go with, like I said, when the dude running his mouth, yeah, he hit him. He didn't expect for him to be, okay, so Kerr came out and said that he was fine. Everybody thinking he was knocked out. He was hurt, true, but he wasn't just, knocked out. Steve Kerr said, listen, he took a punch. He been at practice the rest of the week. He stayed at practice. He was probably hurt like, God dang, but he stayed at practice.
To add to what G's saying though, if he wasn't trying to hurt my man and he shoved him, why not just shove him back? Why come from knee deep?
Yeah.
With a hook. That's trying to hurt somebody.
Yeah, with all your power.
If you come from knee deep with a hook, you try. That's not no wake up call, nothing like that. That means I'm coming after you.
You're right. I'm saying he took the reaction far. That's why he's saying taking out some time from the team because of how it looked, because of how it it's perceived, because of how his parents got to see it. His brother, sister, his mama said it didn't look right. I'm just saying, but did he come to him to cause him, terrible harm? No, he came to him to square off, like dudes do. That's all I'm saying. He came in his face, and now in my heart of hearts, I'm feeling like if you ain't pushing, it wouldn't have happened. But like you said, when guys get in each other's face, get out my face. I get it. I'm just saying, I see it, bro. What has happened? Yeah, I mean, I get it. But I just said this. I couldn't go with my wife because a code is being broken. If you go and say, listen, at this point, I'm finna break some charges on you. At this point, if we didn't see it on the video, we wouldn't know anything about it. I think Draymond wouldn't have left. He probably would have had to fix it with his home, with the guy on the team. We wouldn't have known. Just to think about the stuff that we don't get to see.
Right.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah. And I agree with that. I agree with that.
Huh?
I agree with that. That a lot goes on that we don't see, and the focus is on this one because, like you say, it's been exposed, and technically, it was something internal. It should have been kept internal. To be honest, now I think they still would have had to do something to curtail Draymond's, I don't know, mentality or whatever case, however you want to call it. But like you say, he is the transmission to the team, but still, something still had to be done with him. That's why, like that.
Yeah, that's why the team is handling it. NBA is not getting into this. NBA said, listen, too much of this too much turmoil happens on every team. We can't, just do him because it was caught on video. So right now, the Warriors are doing an investigation on the leak, not on Draymond. They doing it on the leak. Yeah. They know that this type of stuff happens all the time. Their focus is the leak. So, like, take last year or 4 years ago. Draymond, they said Draymond, and before that whole you a B situation happened on the court, he and what you call he's trying to get into it all the time.
KD?
KD?
Durant, yeah. So him and Durant used to get into it all the time, and then it happened on the court, and they called him, called him a B and called him a P. Now think about this: we miss him. Remember when Kobe said him and Howard used to get into it in practice, and then when they weren't on the team anymore, said, you saw you a P, you a B. And they did it on the court. They said they used to get into it. It was just this leaked, and the situations that I think are common amongst pro athletes, amongst alpha men, have gotten to the point where we saw it. You see what I'm saying? So I can't be totally upset with the guy. It was terrible, yes, but to say let's say if it happened to me, all right. Yeah, I'll be pissed. I'm thinking more like Shannon Sharp. We're gonna do this every day. We're gonna be a practice skip, and we're gonna have until I beat you. It's gonna be on the popping. But that's gonna be a part of the team nucleus. That's gonna be, hey man, them boys getting into it again, and we finish it. You know what I'm saying? But because it got leaked, we now have. It's terrible. My wife, I can't stand Draymond. He needs to be in jail. Some people say he shouldn't be able to play basketball ever again. I feel like the rules of engagement when it comes to sports. Okay, real quick. So this is Little League Baseball we're talking about here. I'm on the field. I'm at first base. I get into it with a coach. My coach, we're on the field with our team. It was a terrible call or whatever, or we either won or call, but coach is in my face. My wife comes from the stands and is behind me, and I'm like, get your ass back up there. She was the aggressor in somebody else's face. When I'm like, listen, like you say, this is men in each other's face. Nobody touched each other yet, but it was getting to that point where on a Little League Baseball team, and the call was bad, and we were about to get into it. But like you said, men know how to get in each other's face before it squares off. Sometimes it do happen. But I'm like, you see how you were the aggressor? Draymond was the aggressor, but you didn't expect to hit nobody. But Draymond did. But when it happens, now, like you said, we hadn't heard from Jordan Poole, but they say he's been at the practice the rest of the week. He ain't said a thing. He ain't contacted his agent. His agent ain't said a word. It's a part of practice. It's a part of practice.
Jordan Poole's him and Draymond Green are both on their end of their contract.
Yeah.
Both of them. So he's not going to say anything right now because he knows he wants the bag.
He want that money.
So he wants that money. So and what I've heard is that Golden State is going to give him the bag to keep him.
Might be.
And that's from what I was reading. That might be some of the tension between Draymond and Jordan Poole as well. So, hey Scott, welcome to the show, big dog. He said he hasn't seen what happened yet. I'm gonna play it one more time for you. It's quick, so pay close attention to it, big dog. No,
right on the chin.
Poole is not. Hey, don't do that, James. Poole is not in concussion protocol. No, he is not. Don't do that.
So, and with the leak, and I'm gonna address this leak thing. And I get what you're saying. Hey man, they broke the rule. We're supposed to keep this in house. But where we are now, everything gets leaked. Everything. If it wasn't for,
so I'll finish what he's saying. All right, I'll put it to you like this. AOG, you know how we talk outside of the show, right? We get real stupid. It'll be easy for. Oh, go ahead. He back. Go ahead. We missed about 20 seconds.
If it wasn't for leakage, we wouldn't see all this police brutality. We wouldn't see all this stuff. Like that's a part of where we are in 2022. That brings all the stuff that was being done that brings it out to the light. So this like you said, this probably ain't the first time Draymond did some shit like this. This probably why he leaving the team now. Like, hey man, and out of sight, out of mind type of thing. Maybe.
And I'll finish again. So you know how if anybody found out how raunchy we get There you go. You back? Okay, go ahead. We don't miss another 10 seconds of UG. Go ahead.
Killing me, dog. Killing me.
Well, let me go ahead.
Go ahead.
I say, okay, I'm gonna say the same thing I say to OG. You know how we get outside of the show. When people see us, we're family oriented, nice looking gentlemen. If they see how we talk to each other on our text chat or how we listen, they won't know who we are. You know, they look. We jab each other, you know, partially on the show. On the text line between us chatting with each other. Listen, they don't want to see none of that. We'll all different guys if they saw that. And that'll be wrong for them to say, oh my God, these guys here are terrible. You know? Nah, man, that's just the inner turmoil, the inner working that you see right here. You know, and we try hard to keep it together here on the show for this hour. You know?
Yeah, you're right. It gets tough sometimes.
Right. You know? So you check that right. Yeah, check your phone. If you check that, if anybody check that phone, listen, y'all, them dudes need to be off this streamline.
So this is what James Lil John just put out there, y'all. Jordan in concussion protocol one day ago.
That's what I'm saying. He ain't in no concussion protocol. He done been in practice all week.
So we can talk about this forever and a day.
Right. And that was a day ago. No, it ain't, you know.
So there obviously there is some tension between two HBCU coaches.
Woo.
And Deion Sanders and Eddie Robinson Jr. You know, Alabama State, they brought in Jackson State for their homecoming, which my wife and my sister went to. Crystal and Elisa, make sure y'all check them out.
Did they have a good time? Did they have a good time?
They had a blast. So much fun. And I actually want to go to you all, man. Y'all are the HBCU gurus. Y'all are the legends of this show for HBCUs, man. And y'all have a lot of stake in the HBCU. So I want to know, Deion not SWAC? Like y'all, I mean, I've heard Corey always say, you know, is he a Laker? Is he a Laker? Is Deion not SWAC?
All right, let me allow me to go first, man. I watched more than one angle. I've been watching, you know, for the past 2 weeks when Deion announced. They get to pick. You get to pick for your homecoming who you want to choose. And that's what Deion was like. Y'all chose. Normally, supposed to pick a small D1 or Tuskegee, somebody a little bit lower to you. They pick Howard, anybody they can kind of rough up, because this is your homecoming. Mm-hmm. So Deion said, at some point, I took it personally because what you're doing is you're picking on me for what I've been doing for my school, and you want to prove everybody wrong about what I've been doing, which I get. You know what I'm saying? Eddie Robinson, he said he living on. My wife said he living on his name. He's not trying to think because of his dad. Alabama State ain't been kicking nobody ass, right?
That's not his dad. That's not his dad.
He's not his dad. You're right. You ain't put nobody in the NFL yet. You know what I mean? So Deion said, all right, when he looked at state, he said, I try to look at things. They ain't never sold out of homecoming. Never. You know why? Because, they always pick a little small school coming from nowhere and they beat up on them. But, it's just for everybody. He said, but you brought in Jackson State for your homecoming, thinking you finna prove something. He said, so what my son did, he said, my son does all my social media for me. We hyped the game up and it was a sellout. It was people out. He said, I had stars at your game. He said, not because of me, but because of what we've been doing for these HBCUs. I brought a team there with a potential person that could be a Heisman candidate. I brought, on his side, did you see all those stars that was there on that Jackson State side? He said he was trying to pub the game. That's what he do. He said every game is different for him. He said, but when y'all say, listen, we got Jackson State for homecoming, let me know, because normally say for homecoming, you pick somebody that you can beat up on. You ain't even beat up on me. What you trying to prove with my squad? So, and then at the end of the game, like any coach, hey, give me some, it's over now. Let's keep it pushing. You push me off of you, you know, you go out like a girl. Come on, man. Then you come on here and say, I'm SWAC. I grew up watching SWAC. I grew up on the SWAC. I'm SWAC. Deion ain't SWAC. Why would you bring your children down there? Why would you invest all this time? Why would you cut your salary in half for your staff, for your, for the team, so the team could have uniforms, so the team could have this new modernized practice facility? If you wasn't all invested into the SWAC, that's a bogus statement if I ever heard one. I was up in the front. I was at the 50-yard line the whole time. Man, we finna play a game. I ain't finna come here, I ain't got time to talk to you. I'm trying to rile my guys up to beat your ass, So I was disappointed in Eddie Robinson Jr. because you living off I'm gonna say this, and I'll say this to my wife. You living off of your father's name, but let me ask you this question: why did they not choose you to come to Grambling when that's not
his daddy?
Eddie Robinson, no, that ain't even your daddy. Who is he then? Is he related?
He's just another Eddie Robinson.
oh my head, oh my Lord. Okay, I'm thinking that was his damn son or something. Ain't even related to that motherfucker. Oh, I'm sorry. Ooh, excuse me. You ain't related to that dude, and you just okay. That's a whole nother thing then. You ain't even. I thought Junior was. I'm done.
Okay.
Go ahead, OG.
So I agree with. I guess I agree with some of what you're saying, but I guess the only thing I don't agree with is that I watched the video. The only thing I don't agree with, and I know Deion says he has his ritual that he does before every game. He's done it since he's been in the NFL. But sometimes you just can't do that. That's one of the things that Eddie Robinson Jr. was upset about. I don't know if you saw it now. When Deion came out of the locker room, he went around to the visitor side, to the home team side, walking all through their players, warming up and everything. I heard some derogatory comments as he's going through there for some of the players. But you just can't do that, man. Not an HBCU game. On homecoming too, you just can't walk to the home side just because you Deion Sanders. You can't. No. That's violation. That's violation of HBCU, man. You can't just do that. That's one thing. That's one thing I do disagree with. Now, okay. Deion is hyping up HBCU. I said this in the past. I'm glad he's trying to even the playing field. And if they knew before they made this schedule arrangement, how Deion was beforehand. So you schedule Jackson State for homecoming, knowing how HBCU look at homecoming is a team you know you're gonna beat, you go get some flack. So you got to expect that flack.
But you know who do that? Bama does that. Cause your boy he wants you to see his offensive lineman. You know how they walk behind him. Saban been doing that for years, man. Ain't gonna lie. He walked by so you can like, golly, Now Deion may do a little bit extra, but Saban been doing.
But I don't think Saban walked through the midst of a team that's out there warming up before a game. I don't think Saban do that. Deion walked in the midst of their team, man. In the midst of the team. Well, he had to make room. They making room for him to walk through the team as they warming up. Saban don't do that.
Saban just walk past your squad because they come out. He always come out first. You know what I'm saying?
Right. But no, he walked through the midst of the team.
Yeah.
But they had to make room while they warming up for Deion to walk through. Then of course he's walking on the home side. They booing while he walking over there. But I guess what Eddie Robinson Jr. other thing was he said that when they shook hands after the game, Deion wanted to do an Obama hug. Man, I ain't about that, man. I just shake hands and get on. We ain't doing no Obama hugging and everything. You done talked all this junk and everything. Yeah, you beat us. They didn't rock them. They beat them 26-12. But then I think the other thing was but they brought in the backup quarterback, and I think they
kept pushing.
Kept pushing it. And then Deion said, "Well, man, you got the box loaded. What I'm supposed to do?"
Yeah. I'm chugging it. Yeah.
My thing is about that. You play the game to the end, regardless what the score is, regardless how much time it is. You got to play the game to the end.
Yeah.
But yeah, I know. I guess it was some bad situations on both sides that started this blood to be bad. And then at the end, Eddie Robinson said, "Well, I hope he doesn't go to a Power 5. So next year, Jackson State can schedule us on their homecoming."
And he said he's not gonna do that. He said, I'm not trying to do that. He said, we'll see. But he said, I ain't trying to go tit for tat. I'm trying to get these boys in the NFL, not go for tit for tat with another coach. This ain't got nothing to do with it, but which I get. You trying to get to where I am. Now you want me to put you on for homecoming. I ain't gotta do all of that. I'm trying.
Yeah, but the last thing, are you SWAC? I think that was uncalled for. Because what Deion is trying to do and what he has done, like you say, you named some of the things that he's done at Jackson State, but he's trying to do it for all the HBCU. So yeah, I think that's saying you not SWAC. I think that was low. That was uncalled for.
When he already has, like he was saying, he trying to get that, like I said, that combine better, that HBCU combine. Getting 2 guys from every team. Give me your best 2 guys to come to the, to get qualified for the draft, whatever it is. You can't say it ain't SWAC when I'm the one that you need right now. I'm the one that's headlining this. And then, and I ain't gonna lie to you, without hesitation, he even used what's your boy name in the MEAC, Eddie George. He said Eddie is trying to do the same thing for the MEAC right now. He's like, it ain't about me. It's about these children, about these kids trying to make it to the next level. So I just feel like Eddie was a little out of, like I said, little butt hurt a little bit, but he was saying the Deion talk trash. He said, that's the player in me. That's prime talk. He said, but at the same time, he said, at SWAC Media Day, he said, I was all about the children. I was all about these coaches. Then they kept showing, he said, all these coaches are good. These are great coaches. Did y'all see what he said? They said, these are great coaches because they got some good kids here. That's the reason why I'm here. He could have chose a Power 5 school. He could have chosen a bigger division. He chose this for a reason. He did. So, I mean, I just think he was a little butthurt with his statement. And now you're going to see a lot. You're going to need Deion. Your kids are going to need Deion. If you got a good player, you're going to need him. Yeah. You're going to have to eat some crow later.
Yeah. Scott says, man, Deion was just getting in some headspace of the opposing coach. And that's what you're supposed to do, man. That's what you're supposed to do. I thought everything Deion did leading up to the game and during the game was all for the game. Like that's what Prime is. Prime is an entertainer. He knows how to entertain. He knows how to brand. So that's what he does, man. And like you said, for Coach Eddie, man, to get butt hurt over it all, man, and get sensitive, I think it was wrong, man. And yeah, what do? We do as guys, man. We do the bro hug like after the game, man. Like you ain't. That's what we do, dog. Hey, so we're doing this for them,
yes,
right? Yeah, we're doing it for them. So we were successful in what we did. They had a very successful homecoming. They didn't win, but they achieved what they've never achieved before.
Right.
And that's what they want, bringing Prime and Jackson State in there.
You know what I remember, like last year. What's that South Carolina State coach? Is it Oliver? What's his name?
Oliver Buddy Pugh.
Yeah, he said Oliver had them boys ready and they kicked our butt. Remember he said that when they lost, he said they kicked our butt. He said big shout out to our big Oliver. He said he had them boys ready to play. Mm-hmm. They kicked our butt. Mm-hmm. And he's like said, you're doing great things over there. Give it to him first. And then he said, I got a lot more work to do before I come up against this team again. He said, it won't happen 2 times. But like he said, he gave it up to the coach first. And I didn't know who Oliver was. Big old, So obviously he knew him, know of him. Mm-hmm. So I just, I hate it when certain coaches take it out of parameter, when it could have been done a lot better than that. Even if he would have lost, Deion would have been, they kicked our butts. Because that's what he said last year in the championship game. They kicked our big Oliver had the boys ready. They kicked our butts.
Right. All right, let's go ahead, man. Let's touch on these HBCU games that we picked on Wednesday. FAMU versus South Carolina State. We all went with FAMU except for the OG. The OG took his home team. We are the South Carolina State Bulldogs. They took an L.
And we still are the South Carolina State Bulldogs. Really?
Taking their record, what, 1-5 now? 1-5. Or 1-4, one of them.
1-4.
Might be 1-4.
Yeah.
1-4.
1-4. All right. Alabama State, one we just talking about, Jackson State University. Jackson State won. PV versus Southern. We all picked Southern, man. Southern took it on home. Knocked them right on that box. PV didn't stand a chance, like y'all said. We all picked that. And those was the three HBCUs we picked. Y'all, let's go to college, fellas. And let's start with my FSU, North Carolina State, man. We took a tough one with the opportunity to win the game, man. Well, down 2 points in field goal range, and we draw up a fade route to the corner, man, where my guy never made it to the sideline. Bad throw. I thought that play call, man. I saw Charlie kind of break it down, what the play should have been, how it should have gone, and what the defense was playing. They weren't never going to allow him to get to that corner, but they was playing outside leverage, so he was never going to be able to get to the outside. But I think that was us out, man. We're no longer in contention, man. But we had a ton of injuries, dog. We fought hard, but ton of injuries, man. That kind of took us out there. It's not the same playing with your third strings in college as it is in the NFL.
North Carolina State
Good win by North Carolina State, though.
They played with their second string quarterback, wasn't
it? They played the first string to the second half. Don't act like he didn't play.
But I'm saying in the second half, he didn't play.
No, don't do that. Don't do that.
And I think my man on the attempted one pass.
Yeah, he did. He was a running machine. That man was running there. So yeah, but we was falling out like flies, man. It was pretty bad. But what y'all got to say about that, man? That game.
Hey, like I texted you to say that. I mean, to me, bad call. How to run the ball, make them take their timeouts. Use their timeout. They had no timeout left. Kick that field goal and won the game.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Throwing the ball would not even been a question.
Coaches get put in crazy positions, but you want them to make the best call. Mm-hmm. Sometimes they play timid, and then sometimes they make a call. You be like, come on, man, I wouldn't have did this. It's hard to say what a coach would do, what they're gonna draw up. Nevertheless, I think I had said this, before. It wasn't gonna be an easy road, going to South Carolina, them South Carolinas. And then I heard one of the announcers say this: how do you build this team back up to now face, a Clemson team that's starting to, burn on all cylinders now, So I think I kind of said that to you before. It wasn't going to be easy going, taking that road to South Carolina. Any one, North and South Carolina. You're going to leave. You're going to leave. If you make it through, then I would have been a believer. But you had to get past North Carolina State in order to get this way here. So it's, I'm not saying chances are over, but they very slim. You need a bunch of losses to get
over. So, yeah, you ain't gotta say it. It's over. They ain't gotta say it. It's over.
I just want to make you feel better. Just jump on low. Yeah.
Another team, man, we said who was about to go through the gauntlet as well is that Tennessee team. They played LSU.
They look good. Boy, look good. Good. Hey, man.
You picked LSU for it. You picked LSU in that game.
I did.
Yeah.
I shouldn't have. Look, I shouldn't have. That quarterback was slanging it for Tennessee.
Boy.
He was slanging it.
Yeah. So they look like they might be. I know we said we had to see them through all these games,
Yeah.
but the way they started out.
Yeah.
Hey, Kamarier. Hey, y'all got y'all squad out there in Tennessee, Brody. Y'all got y'all squad out there in Tennessee. Make sure y'all check the His and Hers podcast out too, for your listening okay.
For your listening couple's pleasure.
Yeah, your listening couple's pleasure. James Brown, welcome to the show, big dog. He says it's
before I forget, because I know we didn't really talk about it, but I'm getting more and more proud of my man. You know, my black coach over there at Notre Dame. They're turning it around. You know what I'm saying? They're playing with a lot more heart, and he's gathering more fans than he did at first. 'Cause I ain't gonna lie to you, them folks were ready to. He gotta keep doing well. I want to see him continue to do better than taking L's. So,
right.
You know, I ain't gonna overspeak it. You know, right now I'm just saying he's doing better than how it started. I know that man was stressed. I think we all were like, hey man, get your papers ready. So
right.
I'm saying,
was that 3
proud of him right now? He's working through it.
Was that 3 in a row or 2 in a row for him?
Yeah,
that 3. Ever since Mantateo came back and made an appearance.
Yeah, they gave him that speech, huh?
Yeah.
Hey, Mantateo, man with that imaginary girlfriend.
Yeah.
Catfish stitch. Okay. But you know
So
what?
Yeah.
But his real wife looks good though. I'm like, oh, this is a real woman here.
So G didn't believe in Notre Dame though.
I didn't. I was the only one who didn't pick Notre Dame, man. I picked BYU.
No, ain't gonna win.
Yeah. I'm with y'all. I'm proud of him, man. I'm proud of the fight that he has them playing in. Let's go there, and we just gonna go past these real fast, man. UCLA beats Utah. Y'all said Utah shouldn't fall out of the top 25. They should just drop to 17. We'll see.
What are you now?
They were at 11. They were at, I don't know how.
They 20. They dropped 9 spots. They 20. They 20.
Why they so high? Why
G, just let that go, G. Y'all lost, so y'all can't get in. So just
we're not ready to do that.
Why? All right, Kentucky, South Carolina, man. Your South Carolina Gamecocks, man, came through big, beating a Kentucky team, man. Beating them pretty good too. Yeah.
At Kentucky.
At Kentucky.
13th ranked Kentucky.
Yes. So that was a huge win, man. Alabama, Texas A&M turned out to be a great game. Questionable no call at the end.
It was
Alabama seems to always get that call.
Yeah.
What was the no call, G? The last play?
Oh, the last play, yeah. The pass of the man.
It was all on the back.
He grabbed him, pulled him, and then hugged him.
You know, because it wasn't gonna be. What be crazy when the DB do this here like after that? I ain't touching.
Yeah. And he was going to be short because the man he's about to catch it at the 1 yard line. But with the penalty, they would have got another play. But yeah, they somehow missed it. You know, they always somehow miss it for Alabama somehow.
So I take it you don't like Alabama. I can always tell by your demeanor.
No, I do. It's what my dog says. Scott says the Saban effect.
They're gonna need a Saban effect this week.
It's kind of what we're talking about in this. It's oh yeah, you're right. It's gonna be it's something like the Brady effect. Well, we'll talk about that in a second.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What I'm glad that happened was because Alabama, they took them boys to the 12th round, and at first I was like, they're gonna screw Georgia again. They're gonna because when Georgia struggled with Missouri, we lost the number 1 seed. What they end up doing with Alabama was they done put Ohio State ahead of them because Ohio State took care of business too.
Right.
So now Alabama is number 3.
Oh,
you see what I'm saying? So Alabama, Clemson, and then following up should have been is Michigan. Now I thought because Michigan been taking care of the business also. I thought that Michigan hadn't been been behind or been struggling. I thought that Michigan should have jumped ahead of them too, but like you said, the Saban effect has kept them in the top 3. I just thought that Michigan should have jumped up, maybe ahead of Clemson. I don't know, but nobody else has struggled with the exception of Georgia and Alabama with 2 good teams, right? So it is what it is, but I'm just glad that Georgia was, put back on the perch. But Saban will always have that effect on the NCAA's football, ranking. They're gonna go and whoop somebody up, next week, and then they'll be back up in that top 2 or 3.
Which one are you looking at? Which rank are you looking at, Corey? AP
Georgia,
or
right?
The AP?
what rank are you looking at, Corey?
Huh?
What
Coach's
rank
poll,
you
the AP poll.
I'm on ESPN, and it's an AP. Yeah, AP.
Got AP. The AP I'm looking at got Clemson number 4 and Michigan number 5.
That's what I was saying. What did I mix up? I said I thought that Michigan should have been higher.
Oh, we thought Michigan should be higher than Alabama?
I thought that Michigan should have. That's what I was looking to have, because Michigan hadn't. They've been. How we were talking about Minnesota last week. Nobody been talking about Michigan. They've been there. I just thought that Michigan should have jumped them because Michigan hadn't struggled with anybody. I thought that in my heart of hearts, I would have put Alabama 5 after this week here.
Damn.
Ooh.
Right.
Undefeated in that 5.
Yeah, I would have put them at 5.
Okay.
Because like you said, because if the play would have been called right, we wouldn't be having this talk right now.
It might be 4-1.
Yeah.
It might be
Now they tell say it should have been 4-2. I mean 3-2. They say it should have lost it. It should bad call against Texas too.
Woo! Man.
But
now on top, and on top of that, the quarterback they had in there, he threw 3 interceptions. So they struggled all game. Now they struggled trying to make it happen, but
they threw 3 interceptions. He fumbled the ball a couple of times too.
He did. When he was running the ball, so did. Yep. So that's what I'm saying. So they wasn't the juggernaut.
In the last game, man. Yeah.
Go ahead.
Yeah. I was just about to bring up your Georgia Bulldog.
Go ahead. Go ahead.
Yeah, but so after two subpar performances, Georgia comes out and show who they really are.
Getting better.
Smacking Auburn down. Who came in there with some kind of confidence. But that left early in the game.
Yes. They had 3.
Was it?
I think it was 42-3.
Yeah.
Yeah, something
42-3.
Yeah,
42-3. Yeah.
Well, they were looking for the shutout. Like I said, the shutout of the SEC team. That's not bad.
Kudos.
Yeah, man, not bad. So, yeah, man.
Yeah.
I didn't know that quarterback had that kind of speed. Now you're right. That boy from Alabama is fast.
No, we talking about your boy.
Oh my God, he wasn't bad. He was number 13. Yeah. Stetson Bennett. Yeah. They called him at the end now. But he did scat somewhere. He got somewhere. But I'm gonna give props to number 4 at Alabama. That boy, he fast too. He got a gun on him.
Yeah.
It was just, I think he wasn't ready for this big time game. That he could throw, but he had some bad ones out there. He needs some more time. Needs
All
some more
right,
time.
good, man. If y'all are looking for a home, man, we got the perfect guy for you all.
That we do. Once again, if you're looking to buy a home, if you're looking to refinance, if you're looking to find the right program for you, I want you to reach out to our guy, Alvin Jameson. This guy here, is the mortgage guy. He's one for our family. He's one for your family. We wouldn't be putting him out there if we didn't feel like he was the guy. You can reach out to him at 404-587-9033, or you can contact him via email or on his website at alvinjameson.com or at info@alvinjameson.com. Once again, he's servicing loans in Alabama, California, Florida, Georgia, the entire South, Illinois, Michigan, Minnesota, Ohio, a bunch of states. So don't feel free to holler at him anytime if you're looking for that right program for you. Once again, Alvin Jameson is our guy, senior loan consultant. Holler at him.
Absolutely, man. And if you want to invest in a home, if you're like buy an investment home, if you want to refinance your home, any one of those, man, that's your guy, man. He knows his stuff. He's a great guy, man, and he will get you put in the right loan for you and your family. Alvin Jameson. Good job, Big Corey.
Does he also do home renovation?
That's a great question. That's a great question.
I'm gonna contact him myself just to check that out. But yeah, man, it's the guy.
Great question. All right, man. Hey, football Sunday, man. We had some good games. We had some bad games. But it started off again in London this morning. Well, no, it didn't start this morning. It actually started on Thursday. But we really don't have to talk about that game. Y'all don't want to. The Denver versus the Indiana game. Oh, my God.
Terrible. That was terrible.
I haven't seen two veteran quarterbacks play this bad. I don't think ever. Like, it. Whoa.
Hey, man, say Russell Wilson hurt, man.
Now all of a sudden he hurt.
Partial torn. What LAT was that? Partial torn. What's the LAT?
Something in his shoulder.
What that mean though? LAT.
I don't know what that means. Something in his shoulder.
Little ass tear.
The lateral ligament in his shoulder.
It sounds like an excuse why he was throwing the passes. That's what it sounds like.
I'm telling we was sitting there watching. I was like,
ain't none of this come up before.
I'm trying my best. Look, I'm trying my best to like I said, to cheer for Sierra's husband. But golly, man, this money here look like it was a waste. Golly. He always had that bewildered look on his face, Come on, Russ. Golly, man. And he walking there was. I'm not gonna talk about it. I want the man to be successful, but golly, what 12-9?
12-9. Overtime.
In overtime.
Scott said, never pay an aging quarterback that rode the backs of his defense to a lucrative deal. He hasn't done nothing since that defense been gone.
You know what? I'm not gonna do that. I'm not gonna do that to this man. Because he got me plenty of points fantasy-wise. Not this year, because I do have him on one squad, but he has been getting. Yeah. Nah, he was hurt all last year, too. Most last year, but. And I'm tired of him after every conference. Go Broncos. No, stop doing that. Stop doing it.
Let's ride.
Go Broncos. Go Orange.
I said I wasn't gonna stay on this one long, so let's move on. All right. That first game today in London. Hey, the New York Football Giants come up with a huge win versus the Green Bay Packers. What? And I'm gonna say, I didn't pick them.
Sure did.
OG didn't pick them.
I didn't.
He ain't pick them. Hey, look. I don't have him going back and looking at that paper. He said, I did. No, you did.
You're right, because I remember saying that Aaron Rodgers was a better quarterback than my man.
Yeah. And Daniel Jones, Eli Jr. bum ankle, actually performed pretty decent, man.
Saquon.
They won the game 27.
Saquon Barkley.
Yeah, Saquon Barkley. Yes, Saquon Barkley. 100 plus total yards. He's back. He's back. I think he did get injured towards the end. I think he had a shoulder injury or something.
Did he?
I think they said that. I don't know if he finished the game. But a huge win by the New York Giants, moving them to 4-1, man. 4-1. Give me your thoughts on that game, fellas.
I can't get too many thoughts because I didn't see it.
Okay.
I watched pieces of it because I ain't gonna lie, I ain't get up that early. In my mellow, I ain't getting up that damn early. Why that guy? Mellow, hey, we gotta talk about that too, man. Because I did watch that, but man, Mello had me dying laughing. But anyway, I watched the highlights of it, and I ain't gonna lie to you. When me and my wife were sitting there, bits and pieces start coming on, and we stopped watching it. Then I was saying, we're like, the New York Football Giants pull off a win. We're like, what just happened? They won? We like, they beat Mr. Rogers. So Barkley, James said Barkley came back in the game. Okay, but I was surprised. Pleasantly surprised, but hey man, listen, I did pick them.
That was a lucky pick. But I can't say I was surprised. I didn't think the Giants could pull it off, but
I was happy that they pulled it off. So yeah, man, good. A big shout out to the football Giants. I think the only L that they've taken so far is from the Dallas Cowboys. Am I correct?
Yeah.
Which I'm transitioning look pretty good right now. G, I know you've been clamoring for this that we've been talking about. And I was watching y'all game. I ain't gonna lie to you. I was watching with some hate and disgust. Because I ain't got nothing invested, but I did pick them. I'm like I said, this has me confused, That's my wife saying the Giants winning, Jets winning. What's going on? But tell me how you feel about your Cowboys right now, because they don't look too bad, bro.
You're messing him up, Corey. Corey, you're messing him up.
I'm giving it to him.
I'm gonna tell you why you're messing him up. Because what he loves to do is he loves to leave his game for the last game we talk about. So now you're getting forced his hand to come in early.
You feel me? Let's transition. Let me get him off the stage. Get him on the stage. We're not doing that last. Go ahead.
So to answer your question, man, I feel great. And then I like what my team is doing. We're leaning on our defense. Our defense is going to carry us most of the season. But what my doing and what my coach is doing is they're leaning on that running game. I think we had 180 yards rushing today with only like 90 yards passing, and leaning towards that defense. We have and I'm gonna say this right now, we have a championship style defense right now. That's the second team in a row that we've held to 10 points. I think we're either first or second in the league in scoring defense. We're first or second in pressures on the quarterback. My defense is elite, and we have an elite player on that defensive side named Micah Parsons.
You're giving us more than what we need right now. The reason why we're doing this early is because we don't want to do all of that. I'm just playing. Go ahead, bro. Stay on the stage.
Yeah. So, and you say, I know you said you picked the Cowboys to win, but I'm looking back at the paper, and you did not pick the Cowboys to win.
I did pick the Cowboys. Huh?
You picked them to lose against the Rams.
No, I did. Don't do that.
Yeah, you did.
No, I did.
You gotta go back and play tape, Corey, like I did.
All right. Why did this dude do that? Because
I was alone.
No, you weren't.
I was the Lone Ranger.
Because
I was the Lone
OG
Ranger.
get on me whenever I pick him. I had what I said was my guy from Georgia is going. He's good for an interception and all that, right?
Nope. You said I'm going with my guy from Georgia. I'm going with my guy. And I was like, who's your guy?
I did say that then.
Who's your guy?
There's no doubt who I picked, so I don't have to argue.
I ain't picked the guy for.
Right.
I thought I picked y'all.
No, you didn't. You didn't.
Well, I don't like y'all. No way. It don't matter. I just want to get my pick in, but come on, don't be like that. You know that way I went first because OG was trying to say you were trying to change my answer. I mean, you know what? I don't care. I don't care about your pick.
So, hey, this NFC East is a tough division, man. It's a tough division. It's tougher than people thought it was going to be. Everybody thought we was the doormat of the NFL, and we're starting to prove that we are not that. The Eagles go on to go, and they're 5-0 now. They beat up on Arizona Cardinals.
They beat up on them, G. You don't get Arizona no credit.
They won 20-17. Yeah, I'm not even.
Arizona had a chance to tie the game at the end and missed the field goal.
Yeah.
Oh, that's what happened?
Yeah, they missed the field goal at the end to tie the game.
Man. Well, the showdown is next week.
Where's that game at?
In Philly.
Okay. Philly got a chance then.
All right.
Yes. Philly got a chance.
Yeah, because they're not in Dallas.
They got what he's saying is they got an honest chance of winning.
They got a fighter's chance.
That's what he's.
I can deal. I can deal with that. I can deal with that. All right. We had a game. The Washington Commanders, man, fall a little short to the Tennessee Titans. Derrick Henry had a pretty decent game. He ended up with 2 touchdowns. Played strong. Your defense plays strong. Did I see Heineke come in the game?
No.
It was all wins.
Yeah.
So tell me what you thought about the game, OG.
Oh, just like my name say, I'm disappointed, man. First they go on the 2-yard line, can't score. Terrible. I go ahead and say it. Absolutely terrible.
So
but like you said, the defense is fighting. They're fighting hard. The defensive backs played a lot better today. The defensive line is always the mainstay, and they only gonna get better whenever Chase Young comes back. So we just gotta get some offense. I know they missed Dotson today. He was out with a hamstring issue, but I do give props to B-Rob, Brian Robinson, for coming back. A month ago, he got shot twice, and the day he was playing. So that was great for him to be able to come back.
So I gotta add you into my my tree, OG, because I know your team wasn't in my. Okay, so the masses only expected my team to get 2 wins, right? But I'm hoping that like I said, we got some spaces out there, and I know you thought y'all team was supposed to have. I think they had y'all at what 9, possibly 10, huh? No, not his. I'm talking about like. The experts had us with 2 wins. I'm at my 2 right now, and I'm hoping for at least 4 more. Where your team is right now, OG. What you looking at, or are you expecting at least, let's say 9-9, 8-9? 8-7. What you looking at? This team needs to finish the season off.
So what you try to do, G Junior, is in a roundabout way, maybe go back and contradict against my original pick. That's some cheap psychology there, Corey.
No. Because listen, I'm trying to fix that. I'm now at the same time, but we already know it ain't. Like you said, 13-4. I get that. And like I said, I'm trying to get. Like I said, I hope we don't stay at 2. You see what I'm saying? I'm trying to
G Junior though.
G Junior. I'm not. Hey, I ain't throwing no shade. Now I'm gonna throw some. I'm gonna flip it on you. But I want to know what you think y'all need to get, because I know what I want to get. But when you answer that, then my second question to you is: are you gonna have more wins than Rodney Lil John, than your brother?
We will. We will have more big wins than Pittsburgh.
Have more wins.
To be honest though, they got to do something about the offense. I mean, they have glimpses of playing.
What team you talking about? What team you talking about?
I'm talking about my team.
Okay.
Yeah, Wentz did throw over 300 yards today, but like I said, when it came down to it, and we needed, and part of it, I blame on Rivera. I mean, there was a play there. I don't know if y'all saw the game, but I ain't gonna stay on this long. But the play there where the receiver clearly, I guess, didn't hang on to the ball. The ball hit the ground. He lost control of it, and Rivera wanted to challenge it. Somebody should have stopped it from challenging because he lost the timeout.
Don't do it.
And my thing is, if we'd had that timeout at the 2-yard line, then we'd have had at least one option to run the ball instead of having to pass the ball 3 times when you don't have as much space when you're on the 2-yard line in the end zone. So it makes it a lot much tougher. Your space is scrunched as far as DBs trying to cover your receivers. So I think if we'd had enough time to run the ball, then we could have. But hey, it is what it is. But
y'all didn't run the ball.
We couldn't have no timeouts.
Oh, okay.
So if we'd have run the ball with no timeouts, then the game would pretty much been over with.
Okay.
But to answer your question, to be honest, I just hope we come back and can be even.
Even. Okay. Well, it's 17 game now.
Yeah.
So more wins than losses.
Yeah, more wins than losses.
Okay.
And that win ain't gonna start this week.
Damn.
Who y'all playing?
Who y'all playing this week?
Chicago. If we don't beat Chicago, I'm gonna have some major problems.
Oh God! My dad says, "Man, is it time for Wentz to sit out?"
I don't know. Like I said, you can. Wentz does have some times. I mean, some times when, like I said, he threw for over 300 yards today. So there are some times when he does make some bad plays. But then too, you got to give him protection also. I think they had a big number 98 today. They couldn't do. I think the guy last name Simmons. They couldn't do nothing with him today.
Couldn't move him other way, huh?
Yeah, and he a pretty fast dude to be as big as he is because he ran down the sideline one time, shoved him out of bounds. So some of it is Wentz, but you got to give him protection too. I mean, you can't put it all on him, and we got to be able to run the ball too, which is something we can't do.
Right. Y'all struggling to run the ball. Y'all lost struggling.
Right.
That's y'all bread and butter. That's where y'all get your play action and all that from, man. That to get McLaurin in the game. Without that running game, it's hard to get your receivers in the game with a quarterback who was pretty inaccurate any other time. So I get what you're saying.
Yeah, missing Dotson today kind of hurt too. So hopefully he'll be back next week.
Mm-hmm. Okay. All right. And speaking of, bringing up your brother's team, Rodney Lil John's team, and not your average guy, Scott's team, the Pittsburgh Steelers, man, they fall in a beatdown to the Buffalo Bills with Kenny Pickett getting his first start. This is what you're going to get from now on. Growing pains from a rookie quarterback in a tough situation, man. Playing against a team who was considered the best team in the league, coming out.
Yeah. That's a tough team to stay your first game against, and in Buffalo.
Josh Allen was he broke out that whipping stick. I tell you, man. Yeah, man. Come here. He took the belt off of him. This your first game. You going against Josh Allen? I mean, he was floating on all cylinders, bro. And let me tell you how gangster it was. So, my wife has Josh Allen in one of her leagues. She go, he got 72 points. And I'm like, 72 points. I'm like, what is he doing right now? Dude, and I'm not shocked, but I'm like, when you can beat up on a little dude, that's what happened today. You beat up on a little guy. 38-3. I think was the score, right? And they took their foot out.
38-3. They took their foot off. Yeah, took the foot off. Yeah. They started helping fantasy teams out who wanted to run the ball.
Josh threw for 424 yards. That was his total at the end.
He had 370 in the first half. Like, Yeah, and like 4 touchdowns. Like he was, yeah.
420.
He killed it. It was 31-3. It was like 31-3 in the first half.
Uh,
And I was, they up the gas second half.
hey, throw the damn towel. Throw the towel.
Throw the towel in.
So he said 4 TD broke Jim Kelly's record for 98 yards.
Yeah. All right. Okay. Let's go to Houston and Jacksonville, man. Houston breaks through with their first win, man, and beats Jacksonville, who we all picked to win, man. And they didn't even put up 0 points.
Two field goals, right?
Well, 6. I'm sorry. That's another team to put up 0. Yeah, 2 points. 2 field goals, 6 points.
But no touchdown, right? No TDs.
Yeah, no TDs.
Yeah. Man.
I'm not saying they're a bad team. I do you think they started reading their own press clippings?
I just think they just lost some sense of urgency. I would have loved to see a 3-2 Jacksonville team. You know what I'm saying? Like, okay, Jacksonville 3-2, but it's just they go back to being who they are. But then hopefully, next week maybe they'll bounce again. But who knows, man? They might be stuck at that 2 win like my team. Who knows? But Houston wasn't terrible. They're not a terrible squad. I think they just
they play tough.
got some snake bitten issues here, but they're not terrible.
Yeah.
But I think you did all. I think your dad was the only one that picked Houston, right?
Yeah, because we said he was going against the Florida team.
Only one.
Yeah.
Look,
Mike said,
I told you Houston gonna win. They're like somebody's dad.
My cousin says, man, Jacksonville never got into a groove at all. And that I was trying to watch all the games simultaneously, of course, but it never works out. But I was playing somebody who had Trevor Lawrence as their quarterback, and I think he got them like 6 points. Like
8 points, man. Yeah. That's me.
Over you?
Yeah.
OG?
Yeah.
OG?
Yeah.
They called me lose my third place this week.
I didn't know you all playing you guys.
Hey, the OG take a L. Good. Look, he's winning everything.
Scott says there are a handful of elite teams and the rest are mediocre. I might tend to agree with you on that, man. Speaking of mediocre, man, let's go down to the Miami New York Jets. The New York Jets put it on Miami. Mr. Teddy Bridgewater didn't even make it out the first quarter.
40-17, wasn't it? 40-15?
40-17.
Yeah. Dang. Where you at, James?
Hey, are the Miami Dolphins in trouble? And is this New York Jets team
for real?
Legit? Yeah.
Are they for real?
What do you think, OG?
No.
I said no.
Wait. No, for which one? No, for which one?
I don't think the Jets are that team like you're trying to make them be.
Okay.
Well, look, if you go ahead. No, I'm sorry. Go ahead. Let me finish. Go ahead. Let you finish.
Now, as far as Miami, it just depends on what's going to happen with Tua, because now if Bridgewater is in concussion protocol and Tua's out, so that means they're going however long with third string quarterback. So that's going to be to say whether they're in trouble or not. That's going to be the main factor there. Are they going to have somebody that can get the ball to Waddle and Hill?
Yeah.
Well, let me do something for y'all real quick, man. As I look at this, all right. So you're saying that they're not for real. So if you don't mind, humor me for a second here. All right. So they're 3-2 right now. Their next game is the Packers. Win or loss?
Lose.
What you got, G? They'll both will be 3-2.
I'm gonna go win, dog.
All right. Okay.
Where they playing at?
In Green Bay.
It don't make no difference.
Green Bay.
Okay. I'll give him an L because Rodgers may be a little hurt. They'll play a little bit better, but they are the same team in a sense with a bunch of rookies. Rodgers is playing with a bunch of inexperienced players right now. So, you know what? I'm gonna change it. I think the Jets have a chance.
Have a chance for what? You talking about this game coming up
against the Packers? I think they got a chance to beat the Pack. That's what beat the Pack today.
Yeah,
because they had nobody.
They had nobody.
All right, so look, no, the Packers didn't have anybody. He was playing with a bunch of rookies. Like you can see him. Like last week, we told on the center. He was like, "Snap the damn ball, snap it." What you doing? Did you hear when he cussed him out? Then he cussed out one of his wide out left and turned. Like he's having a struggle right now. So I'm going with the Jets on that one. After that, you got the Broncos. Win or lose on the Broncos.
Ooh. That's a win. That's a win.
I got another W there. What you got, OG?
They'll lose that one too.
Oh my God. Okay. All right. So after that, the Patriots.
Lost.
The Patriots are 2-3.
Mm-hmm.
So, all right. So what I'm trying to say, then they play the Bills, which we know the Bills gonna kick their butt, and then they play the Patriots again. So in the next 5 games, they have a possibility of pulling off possibly 3 out of the 5, maybe even 4.
Yeah. So go ahead, and build this team up.
I'm just saying, with the schedule that they have, it's a chance. And then after they play the Patriots again, they play the Bears.
But I'm saying, like my brother just put, y'all basing this big time win today because they beat the Miami's 3rd string quarterback.
No, what I'm saying,
I don't think we just base it off of just that one win. They've played tough pretty much all year. They came back and beat a Cleveland team. They won against I guess they beat the Steelers. I guess
I'm just saying it's lining up for them.
They're not a bad team.
But y'all said the same thing about Detroit.
But Detroit don't have the same line. Like, okay,
I'm saying y'all said the same thing about Detroit.
Detroit's problem is they don't have no defense.
Right, they putting up buckets though.
They putting up buckets. Today, where they got actually 0 points. The number 1 scoring team in the league got shut out by this New England team.
That y'all say the Jets are going. That y'all say the Jets are going to beat.
No, I said they're going to lose to New England.
Yeah. What I'm saying is by the time go ahead.
You say they're going to lose to New England.
Yeah, they're going to lose New England. Yeah.
So you wouldn't agree with Corey when he said they could potentially go 3-2 and 4-1?
Yeah.
So they're going to lose to New England, they're going to lose to Buffalo.
That's 2. Yeah, 3-2.
I need to write this down right now.
He said, write it down right now. Hey, look, hey, write this down right now.
So New England puts it on Detroit, man. I don't know what happened. Like 0 points after Hawkinson goes crazy last week. Hey, I had him on my bench last week. I was pissed off. Man, I ain't mean him having on my bench. Put him in the game today. He gave me 2 points.
Let me tell you the reason why I'm saying what I'm saying. Zach Wilson hadn't lost a game since he came back. That's what I'm saying. That man is playing with a lot of confidence right now. He's a better quarterback than the guy that had in the first 2 games with him. Huh?
Yeah, that go in the first.
Yeah. Then they like, hey, Zach, you ready to play, man? I know you were a little hurt. We gotta put you in. And he hadn't lost since. I'm just saying it's better quarterback play. This is who they draft.
Yeah.
They got.
I'm with you. I feel what you're saying.
Yeah.
Let's go to your division, man. New Orleans, Seattle. Quiet is kept. And I think I told y'all this last week. They might have a better quarterback now. In New
Taysom
Orleans.
Hill.
No.
And you don't.
Who?
Andy Dalton.
Andy
He's
Dalton.
quarterback.
Was he quarterbacking?
He's been quarterbacking.
But he didn't throw for no TDs, did
He just handed off for Taysom Hill.
I said Taysom Hill went out today.
But he's a steady quarterback. He's not gonna kill you. He's Cooper Rush. He's gonna kill you. He's not gonna make mistakes. I think that's what gets Jameis Winston in trouble. Yeah. If he would just bus drive and not make the mistakes, they would be okay because they have a good defense. But they pull out the win against Seattle. I think we all picked Seattle in this game, except for Kanisha, because she went with New Orleans because Gino took her Sierra husband's job.
Was it that the Saints were that much better, or Gino just not that good? I think Gino got hurt, didn't he?
I don't think Gino. No, he didn't get hurt. He played the whole
game. Did? Okay. I would say this here: they had no answer for Taysom Hill. They listen. They were coming up with all kind of drawing up plays in the sand for this dude. You know, you know when he in the game, it's gonna be some kind of trick play or some kind of trickery. You know, because they have him listed as a quarterback / tight end. But you put him in the slot, you put him in tight end, you put him in running back, put him at quarterback. Hey Tyson, what you want to do this time? When he's in the game, look for some kind of foolishness. Be ready for it. And they just wasn't ready. They were like, where he at now? Tight end. Get over there. Where he at now? He's under center. What? Where he at now? In the backfield. You know, they just can't do anything for this dude. So he is a good utility knife that went for 4 touchdowns. And let me tell you a story. Today, on one of my fantasy teams, all right, so this is how my stuff looked this morning when I looked at it. Well, I'm gonna say this morning, but my tight end for the Falcons, he was out. My running back Taylor, he was out. My wide out for was Bateson for the Ravens, he was out. I had like 4 guys, not questionable, acute. It was old by their name. So the first person I picked up for my tight end, I picked up Taysom Hill. Then on my running back situation, I picked up Avery Williams for the Falcons, who also got me 2 TDs. Dude, and I got me 1 TD.
I picked up Algier. I was like, yeah, they're gonna use Algier now. Was Algier?
Tyler Algier.
You know, 25.
Yeah.
I said, oh yeah, he gonna get some burn.
So they had 3 guys that they were swapping out. You know, they had 25, which is Tyler Algier. They had Avery Williams, and then Hurts. So it was 3 guys that they were switching. If you didn't get hot, then they didn't, you know, like you said, your guy, he was the one that was he started. He was the guy that started, but no burn. They get, look, I mean, he broke for 1, then they get down to the red zone, and they gave it to my guy. You know, I was like, what happened? You know, so, but, yeah, man.
But Gino played well. Gino threw for 268, 3 touchdowns.
Did he?
Okay. Yeah, 25. He had a bad game at all. They just couldn't stop, dog. Like you said, they couldn't stop Taysom Hill. They had no answer for Taysom Hill, man.
Miss Armor night.
Yeah, that hurt them. Let's go to your Falcons, man. Let's stay in your division. And we got to touch on this. Don't play tough, man. I looked at it, I think it was like, what, 17 zip or 19 zip or something.
Yeah,
21. Y'all, I looked up, it was 21-17. Y'all coming back. It seems like y'all fought hard. And I heard one of the announcers say that they was talking to the players and the coaches of the team y'all played last week. And they said, was Cleveland, right? Y'all played Cleveland last week. They said, this is not the same Atlanta team. This is a different team. Mentally, physically, they're a different squad. It's not the same old team we used to play. And I think they showed that in this game here against the Tampa Bay Bucks, who some people thought y'all get blown up by 35. So give me your thoughts, man, on a tough loss and some bad
Yes, man. Okay, so I'm gonna be honest with you. When we were, choosing, I knew it wasn't gonna be an easy game to win. It was gonna be some trouble because, like I said, you're going to get against the GOAT. You know what I mean? But we gave him a little hell. The only thing, it was some questionable calls, and I don't want to bring it down to calls because it shouldn't have to come down to that. We are a quarterback away from competing a little bit better. Now we do have a good scrambler in Mariota, but he doesn't give you anything, but you don't lose a lot with him either. It's like we're vanilla with him, man. We played with a lot of energy. Normally we're snake bitten in the third quarter. What got us this game was the first and second quarter, and then now we have to fight that. We in order for us to stay in the game, we got to score. At least the second quarter. Start off good. We shouldn't have to battle back. It's hard to do that, but I will say this, man. We look a lot better than we did last year. We do. That's all I can say. We look a lot better than we do last year. And I remember I told y'all when we talked about this, I just don't want to be like ESPN and see it. 2 wins is what they expecting us to do. Take your 2 wins and start over next year. I don't want that. When we were going over our wins, I said it's possible. It's possible. Right now we should be, we should be 3-2. It's possible. Now I don't know when it's gonna be. We have to let Ritter get him a shot, but I still see us. My wife keeps saying you crazy. 4 more, we can get 4 more wins, possibly 5 the rest of the season. That's all I want to do. I'm not asking to go to Super Bowl like you are, G. You do. We Super Bowl. We going to Super Bowl. You do better. Do better than what they thinking y'all a 2-win team, 2-15. That's not the type of team y'all are. Get 5 more wins, man. Get you 4 more. It's possible. It's doable. And if we make it, listen, had we won this game, we'll be the top in our division. That's just how close we would have been. Being number 1 in the division. So 2 ain't bad right now. 2 ain't bad. We gotta do some more. We gotta do some more work.
OG?
I guess Corey.
That man can't even get it out. What's wrong with you, man?
Oh, nothing. Oh no, they gave it down. I guess like you said, they started too late. I mean, they got behind the 8 ball and then had to play catch-up ball. But they never did give up the fight though. They kept fighting. I know you said it's a questionable call. I was just watching one a few minutes ago. The roughing the passer call right there near the end of the game. So
man, come on, man. So, that hurt. That hurt.
That's horrible. So, let's just say it, dog. That's horrible, man. Horrible. Yeah. That's horrible. You can't play football if you can't tackle nobody. That's horrible.
Yeah. That's horrible. And what I was telling G when we first got online, you see Tom Brady looking at the ref like, hey, boy, you better make that call. Really, it was like, they don't. And I had thought about it, when guys were like, people don't come to see Tom Brady lose in the end of the game. He's normally the winner at the end. You know what I mean? So it's like, but when I saw my man Grady Jarrett had his hand, come on, man. I've been working hard all game, man. You got to give me something too.
Yeah.
He just walked out.
Look like just a legitimate tackle to me.
Hey, bro. I think it's gonna make Sports Center tonight.
What did they say? What did they say? What did he do?
Like, go ahead.
I didn't hear what he did.
What is it? What? So when they say a personal foul, roughing the passer,
roughing the passer.
What?
No, just
they didn't say.
Personal foul, roughing the passer.
They don't get no explanation why.
Yeah, they say. He laid on him. He power drive him to the ground or
touching Tom Brady, roughing the passer. You say, he slammed him. He's like,
he didn't slam him though.
No, it was a normal tackle.
Yeah. Yeah, they're trying to say slump.
He slung him around a little bit, but I mean, it wasn't anything forcible. It's part of the tackle.
Tom got up. When Tom got up looking at it, hey, man, call it. Oh.
And when he rolled him over, he landed on Grady Jarrett. Like, he landed on Grady Jarrett and then hit the ground. Like,
when you hear the announcer go, that's a questionable call, trash. I say trash call. You know, give that other team a chance, man. But somebody also said this here: Tom Brady has earned that call. Hey, man, I can go for that. I can't argue that. They give that to Tom Brady.
You can't make that kind of call.
Yeah.
In that situation, that could go either way for a team. So, yeah, Tom Brady's the GOAT, but you still got to maintain the integrity of the game.
So I'm at the quick trip. I'm at the quick trip, and the guy was talking to me. I got my Falcon stuff on, and he go, "Hey man, that's a tough call, man." He said, "But Brady gonna get that every time." All I can say was, I just put my hands up like, "Hey man,
This goes all the way back to the tuck rule. It goes all the way back to that.
Ooh, that boy going back to the tuck rule."
It seems to we brought it up with Nick Saban. He says before, and this is the same thing that Brady gets. It seems like it always happens for this particular player. And like BB says, man, he said the momentum was up for the Falcons too. That y'all had made y'all come back. Y'all did your job. You had to stop at the right time. Your defense needed to make a stop. Not only did you make a stop, you had a sack.
Yeah, and straight up, this was our third time that we went. That we stopped them 3 and outs,
Mm-hmm.
three and outs. Like you said, the momentum was built for us. 3 and outs, and we were hoping for another one. And this was the stop that we needed only for, and I ain't gonna say it was a little bit late, but like I said, it gave Tom a little time to go, hey, I'm sorry, hold on, let me put my flag out.
Right.
There you go. That was game.
Yeah, that's a tough one, man. And like I said before, I think when we was just talking, as I give the team a chance. I'm not saying y'all would have won, but at least y'all would have had the opportunity to see if y'all can do it. Like, yeah, I think you all earned that right to go and try to try to win the game. So
I'm gonna tell you what I told my wife. Tom Brady ain't finna have 2 losses in a row. It's terrible to say, but NFL don't want to see Tom Brady have 2 losses in a row.
I hope that's not what it is, man. Because like you said, or the OG said, man, the integrity of the game. If that's the case, that's not a good look.
It ain't.
That's not a good look. For a team, for a game that we know we all love. I don't want. And I've been told by my brother, man, big bro Jay Belcher, man. He's been telling me this for years. Like, the game is rigged, and I don't want it to really become that. Like don't let it be the WWE.
I'm gonna throw a little shade out at you, and see. I listen to the OG say this a lot of times. And I'm not throwing shade. I'm just throwing a little.
So
Dallas
is shade.
It's like that at Dallas. You know what I'm saying? Y'all always have a chance at Dallas. Y'all do. Hey man, y'all do. Not at no time do I ever feel like the Cowboys are out of their game in Dallas. Y'all always have a chance some kind of way. Let a phone be near Jerry Jones. Hey.
Look at G.
We lead the league in penalties, man. I don't even know how you can say that, man.
No, y'all don't. You don't lead no league in no penalties.
Last year we did.
We're not talking about last year.
I'm talking about this year because we win it.
Last year, you saying last year y'all led the league in penalties.
We did. Yeah.
Y'all also led the lead in scoring too, right?
Yep.
What's going to come from calls? You know, you gonna keep jumping. But I'm just saying, I'm fan into what the OG is saying when I watch games in Dallas or when I watch the Dallas Cowboys. Anyway, I'm like, either Jesus just love the Cowboys or y'all. The fix is in. The fix is in. You know, and sometimes I be feeling like that. I watch to see y'all. I be thinking, I'm like, okay, there's no way you're gonna throw it right to a Cowboy. I was watching today. My boy threw your man at the end of the game was in the end zone by himself. Who are you throwing to? A Cowboy player? You know, why? Right. Fix is in. He done got the call. Hey, Stafford, throw it to number 47. He's gonna be in the end zone waiting for you in the game. Thank you.
No, yeah, you're right, Scott, man. Neither of those calls would have been called for anyone but Brady, Rodgers, or Mahomes. I don't even think Mahomes got that call.
Mahomes ain't gonna get that. Yeah, Mahomes ain't ready yet.
Nah, maybe Rodgers. I saw Rodgers get a call today that was questionable.
You did? Okay.
Yeah, he got a questionable call, and so did Stafford. Stafford got a questionable call too today. That if they thought it was a hit to the head, but he hit him in the shoulder, and they called a roughing the passer. So
Stafford today?
Yeah.
No, that was legit. That was yeah. Come on, man.
Hit him in the shoulder. Even Dan Blandini came on there and was like, "Yeah, they missed that call."
No, he did not.
He didn't hit him in the head.
All right. Okay.
Yeah. So I don't know. I don't know. I think we covered all the games, man. Y'all got anything else y'all want to chop it up about? 140.
I know, right? Yeah, it was good.
Hey, fellas, great show, man. QB be flopping now. Yes, yeah. They do be flopping, dog. You right about that.
Come on, Scott.
Hey, he ain't lying.
Scott,
all QBs. You talking about all QBs, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
All but the ones in Dallas. We don't flop. Hey, great show, fellas, man. Episode 42, season 3 in the books, my dog. My guy said, are they making these calls because of Tua's injuries? No, they always make these calls for Brady. And I think from the Stafford one, it looked worse than it was when he hit him. So I think they when they first saw it, they're like, oh man, he had to hit him high. And then once they looked at it again, they was like, oh no, that wasn't. Yeah, he didn't. But it's okay.
So listen, I get these little, these updated news, like for NFL, whatever. So now they just published Tom Brady Bucks benefit controversial roughing the passer call. Listen, we weren't the only one that saw it. You know what I mean? So NFL fans take the issue. Like, listen, we got an issue with this. Tom Brady, untouchable. I think I'll say this on my end before we leave. We got trashed though. Like I said, he benefited from a controversial roughing the passer call.
Yeah.
So listen, they said the NFL official had to explain why the flag was thrown. So I'm gonna send it to the group, but 21-15, Falcons, learn from it. Try not to put ourselves in this position, so we'll be a better team for this. But
that's right.
We lost 10 yards on top of that.
Yeah.
Gave them 10,
Yeah, 15. Gave him 15.
15 yards, okay.
15 yards. Hey, great show, fellas. Great show, man. Hey, episode 42 in the books, man. Thank you. Not your average guy. My guy Scott, man. You have a great week as well. My guy BB, James Littlejohn, my dad Larry Wright, Rodney Littlejohn. I am a little upset at Stanley Moss because he jumped on here Wednesday, and I didn't see him today.
Hey, you know something? I saw him yesterday, and I told him we were looking for him Wednesday.
Yeah, boy, lost. That boy gone somewhere.
And then I said, but make sure you be on the show tomorrow. And he again, he had no show.
He'll know so. Kanisha Davis. Well, let him know I'm looking for him.
I will.
Michael Wolf, Cuzzo, appreciate you, my dog. Love you, baby. My wife, Crystal Wright. I know you was out there. ATL got very my dog Trevor. I appreciate you rocking with us, man. Hey, keep on putting that great content out, my dog. He did mention the Mets are about to be eliminated from the playoffs.
It was middle of the sixth. We still got 3 more innings. They still, but yeah, it look good. It look better for us if we don't have to battle them. But yeah.
Okay. And that's it. My sis, Kanisha Davis. James Brown, my guy James Brown. I appreciate you rocking with us, man. Congratulations on your win today for the Saints. Hey, we will see y'all on Wednesday.
Before I leave, my bad. Big Rico, if you out there watching, man, what's happening, brother? You know,
that's the ball.
Yeah, that's Kanisha's granddad. That's old grandpa's.
Oh, grandpa. Okay. Hey, Mr. Rico, appreciate you, baby. If you're watching. All right. Make sure y'all go check out the His and Hers podcast on all your podcast platforms. And make sure you go check out That's Right on all your podcast platforms as well. The Crew and You. If you weren't able to see the show tonight, you can listen to it starting on tomorrow. I'll have it posted by tomorrow, man. So y'all check it out on all your podcast platforms, man. And this show was sponsored by Alvin Jameson, my dog. Make sure y'all check him out for all of your needs. 404-587-9033, alvinjameson.com, the senior consultant, the mortgage guy. Hey, man, we love y'all. We will see y'all on Wednesday at 8 o'clock, man. Y'all have a great week. Keep your head on a swivel and keep God first. We out.
Peace.
Later.
Yeah, okay. Anyway.